You ever just stop and think about the phone in your hand or the computer on your desk? I mean, it's a cool piece of hardware for sure, but on its own, it's kind of just a silent, dead object. So, what's the invisible force, right? The ghost in the machine that makes it all work? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into.
Seriously, look at your device right now. What is it? It's just a bunch of circuits, plastic, metal, and glass. It doesn't have any thoughts, no instructions, no purpose. So what's the spark that gives it life? That lets you connect with people, get work done, or just play games? Yep, that spark is software. So if we really want to get how our digital world works, we've got to start with the brains of the whole operation. We're going to peel back the layers and see what software actually is and how it tells all that hardware what to do. Okay, so at its most basic level, software is just what it says right here. It's the collection of rules and instructions, the language really, that tells all the physical parts, the hardware, what to do. Without software, your fancy computer is, well, it's just a really expensive paperweight. All right, to make this all make sense, let's use an analogy for the rest of this explainer. I want you to imagine your computer is a restaurant, okay? The physical building, the kitchen, the ovens, the tables, that's all the hardware. But, a building by itself can't cook you a meal. You need a team, and you need a menu. And sticking with that restaurant idea, the software inside your computer basically comes in two main flavors. You've got the stuff that happens behind the scenes, and then you've got the stuff that you, the customer, actually get to see and use. So these two types are called system software and application software. Think of system software as the entire kitchen crew. The chefs, the managers, the prep cooks, they're the ones running the restaurant, managing all the ingredients, making sure the ovens are hot. Then you've got application software. That's the menu. It's the list of specific things you can order to get something done, like ordering a burger or a salad. And this relationship is absolutely crucial. The system software is the foundation. It's the platform that all the applications, the stuff we actually use, get built on top of. It's simple, right? You can't serve any food if you don't have a working kitchen first. Okay, so inside that busy kitchen, there's always one person who's running the whole show. And the most important piece of system software is called the operating system, or OS. Let's call the OS the restaurant's head chef. Now, this head chef, your OS, is an amazing multitasker. It's juggling a bunch of critical jobs all at once. It's doing process management, that's like deciding which cook works on which order to keep things flowing. It's in charge of memory management, kind of like keeping track of every single ingredient in the pantry. It organizes everything with file management, which is basically a perfectly organized recipe book. And, super important, it provides the user interface that's the counter where you, the customer, actually place your order. It's the engine that makes the whole restaurant run. And you definitely know this head chef. For most of us with desktops or laptops, it's Microsoft Windows. What's so cool about looking at this is seeing how it's changed. I mean, look at it. From those super simple boxes back in 1985 to the slick design we have today, the OS has just gotten so much more powerful and way easier for us to use. And hey, if you're on a phone, there's a good chance your head chef is Android, and its history is, a little more delicious. I mean, from cupcake all the way to marshmallow and beyond. Every new version has made our phones smarter and better at managing all that complex hardware we carry around in our pockets. Okay, so let's recap. We've got our restaurant, that's the hardware. We've got our kitchen crew, run by the head chef, that's the operating system. So now, let's talk about why we even came to the restaurant to begin with, the food. This is where application software, or as we all call them, apps, come in. Every single app is like a specific dish on the menu. Think about it. You don't just walk in and order food, right? No, you order a burger because you're hungry. Same thing here. You don't just use software, you use a web browser to surf the internet or a word processor to type up a report. And let me tell you, the menu of available dishes is massive. Just think about what you do every day. Writing an essay? That's a word processor, like Microsoft Word. Working on a budget? You're gonna open up a spreadsheet, like Excel. Editing a photo to post online? That's graphics software, like Photoshop. Each app is a super specialized tool, the perfect dish for a very specific job. So that raises a good question. Where do all these recipes, all these apps even come from? And how do we order them? Well, this brings us to two really important ideas in the modern world, the community cookbook and the digital menu. First up, the cookbook. A ton of the software we use every day, including Android itself, is what's called free and open source. What that means is the original recipe, the source code, is totally public. Anybody can look at it, make it better, and then share their new version with the world. It's this giant collaborative project.
And this is not some small niche thing. I mean, look at just a few of the organizations involved here. We're talking about huge players like the Linux Foundation and Mozilla. This whole way of working together is so powerful because it means you get super fast innovation and better security, since you have thousands of experts all looking at and contributing to the code.
So you've got all these amazing dishes, right? Some are from private kitchens, some are from that big community cookbook. So how do you, the customer, actually get them? Well, you don't yell your order into the kitchen, you use the menu.
And for pretty much every Android user, that menu is the Google Play Store. It's just a huge digital marketplace where developers can put their apps out there, and we can all browse, download, and install them with just one tap. It's basically the storefront for the whole system.
And how big is that menu? It's staggering. We're talking millions of apps available in the Google Play Store. Millions. Millions of tools, games, services, all just waiting for you. The scale is honestly hard to wrap your head around. So when you think about those millions of apps and the complex systems that run them, it all boils down to one simple truth. The most powerful piece of hardware on the planet is totally useless without software giving it instructions. The instructions are everything.
All right, this is the whole thing all in one place. It all starts with the hardware. That's our restaurant. Then that hardware gets brought to life by the system software, our kitchen and our chef. That kitchen then cooks up the application software, the food we actually order. And it all ends with you, the user, the customer, enjoying the meal. See how every single piece relies on the one that came before it? So next time you pick up your phone, I want you to think about all those layers. It really can feel like magic, can it? But what you're actually holding is this incredible, perfectly coordinated system, a true masterpiece of organization, all working silently together to bring that chunk of metal and glass to life.